Hey guys, what is going on? The Zip of RageQuitTV gonna be casting a game between Liquid TLO spawning as the Red Zerg and WhiteRa spawning as the Blue Protoss. And I know you may be thinking, wait, what is this map? This looks so funky. This is GSL Calm, aka GSL Super Macro Mode. Because, well, you have two easy bases to take. You can go on so many bases so early. By so many, I mean two. You got your natural down here. That leads the only way into your base. Just kind of narrow passageway. It's not ramped like Shakur's, but it's still pretty easy to defend. And then you also got an in-base base for your third base or your second, whichever one you prefer. It does have 8 crystals and 2 Vespane gases. And then you also got a base way over here with Destructible Rocks, which is also known as the Dustin Browder Seal of Approval. And I don't know what game this is. I think it's the 4th. I'm not 100% positive. So I just know this isn't the first. So the players know how to play on this map, or they have an idea how to play on it. The first time the two players come together on this map, it would be kind of funky. They wouldn't really know it that well and just be kind of experimenting. Now they kind of have a build they want to do. They have an idea what they can build. And TLO just putting out the obvious, saying, you know what? When you can go super fast expands, you have so many more build order options because that leads to so many timing attacks. It is ridiculous. And it looks like WhiteRa will be going for a Nexus first, as he shows no sign of building a Forge at 14 supply, even has 15 and 16 queued up. TLO looks like he is going to be taking his natural right now, right at 15 supply. So we'll see, does he go for a spawning pool next, or will he go for another hatch? The reason why he took this hatch is because, well, there was a probe here, and he could have blocked this hatch. And additionally, if you take this hatch first, and you see your opponent kind of going for an all-in, you can put spine crawlers up here and defend it. If you decide to take this base first, well, if they get up this ramp, you can't defend it because you got 2 places. I mean, you can put spine crawlers right here defending this, and then they can just walk into your main. If you put spine crawlers up here, well, they walk past that and they can split up into your 2 hatches. It's not really that good of an idea. If they try to walk past your spine crawlers here, well, you get spines here. They have to walk through the spines and then make a turn. Their spines just get extra hits, and you may have queens to wall that off. You won't have easy wall-off abilities up at the top of the ramp early on in the game because you don't have creep there, so your queen is very slow. I hope that made sense, and we do have WhiteRa going to be taking the Nexus down here first. Does put a pylon up here so he can wall it off. And it looks like that probe wants to build another Nexus at 21 supply. So he is going to go Nexus, Forge, and go for that Forge expand. It's no longer a Forge fast expand, it's just a Forge expand. And wait, what? I guess he's going Nexus Gateway, not going to be getting the Forge. We do see TLO building 4 extractors right now, but he does cancel them, and now he goes to 23 out of 20 supply. Deciding, you know what, I don't need gas, I need more drones. Overlord in production, so I don't know if he's actually supply capped or not. It says 23 out of 20, but he's not really supply capped because he didn't have lava. And that's one of the things you have to take into account for the builds. It may look really bad, like TLO has been in the red for quite a while, but you know what, improper fractions aren't always bad because he did not have any lava to use that, so it kind of just puts the divide by 0. Your argument is invalid, and if that made sense, well, I'm happy. If it didn't, don't worry about it. TLO just playing this like a madman, and I would not want to play TLO in this environment just because TLO, he's kind of known for those crazy things. He's not known for his overall mechanics, he's known for his strategy, and when the strategy's kind of been figured out, like, okay, you do a fast expand, only one expand, I know what you can do, and I can defend against it. I scout you, I have an idea what you're doing, and I can kind of counter that. When you're taking on like a double hatch before pool, you have no idea what your opponent is capable of, or no idea what you're capable of, and this is where TLO does shine, because he is just so good at improvisation. But WhiteRa, Papatas, he has been around the block, and he knows how to play StarCraft 2. Not only can he play StarCraft 2 with the best, he can also play Brood War, which was much harder to macro up, so he's going to be able to stay on these 3 bases, no problem. Just look at this probe count, 42 to 38. He has been staying so low on the Chrono Boost energy on all his Nexus. Actually, that one at 45, but that will be used, don't worry. This one below 25, this one below 25, this one Well, it's above 25, but he's got 3 chronos going on, so there's not much he could do. I mean, he could chrono boost to his warp gates, but he wants more probes. Because people say, just build probes and then you win the game. So that's what WhiteRa's doing. Units are overrated, just get workers. And of course, don't forget the pylons. We do have a TLO with his 3 bases already, with 3 queens, getting a lair really early. So this is bizarre, I would say. TLO really trusting WhiteRa, but he did scout kind of the double nexus. I'm just saying that because this lair is going to finish around the 8-minute mark, which means Mutas could be out and near WhiteRa's base by 10:15, like the Terran timing, ZVT timing, which is ridiculous. You can see TLO doesn't really have anything. He even delayed his speed. He got his lair before his Ling speed. He has no defense, no spine crawlers. He is playing this very risky. Does have 2 Lings right here, waiting to see if WhiteRa moves out. They will see this 1 probe and most likely pick that off. But this lair is coming out ridiculously early, and even earlier. I mean, this may kind of be semi-normal in a normal game, but you gotta keep in mind TLO has 3 bases already up. So for 3 bases and 7-minute lair, pretty early. He is getting a Hydra Den, and is he upgrading anything? He is upgrading Overlord speed, that is, I believe. Yes, that is going to be Overlord speed. Ventral Sacks would be the drops. That Overseer is going to be so fast, and we have a Nidus network. And let's go around to WhiteRa's base. This base looks like it's fine. This base, oh, where's Overseer's going? There's a little bit of a black spot where WhiteRa won't scout, and that will be very bad. He is, however, going for a blink, so his Stalkers can go anywhere instantaneously. It depends when this Nidus will hit, if it hits before blink or not. And he's got an Overlord here. His Overseer is not here just yet. We do have a Forge now just finishing for WhiteRa. And the Overseer is going to come in and place that Nidus. WhiteRa cannot see this, but wait, there's a worm going off. It looks like it's going to be up here. And this is very good because he knows Hydras do very well against gateway units. WhiteRa probably won't be able to defend his front door against Hydras just yet, but he is getting a Templar Archives, and here we go. WhiteRa has heard it. He is looking all around for that Nidus worm, maybe not looking all around. Knows it's not his base. He went to that one area, and he's like, okay, I am good. And then, poof, here come the Hydras, a bunch of Overlords here, spreading that creep highway, so this Hydras can back out if they want to. Some Hydras get force fielded off the creep, but only one goes down. There are enough Hydras to kill these Stalkers, I think. And then even more Hydras being built and will be coming out. There they are coming out, trying to get a flank off on all these Stalkers and the sentries. One sentry does go down. There's not enough for any more force fields. After they're alive, there's one more, but that does not go down. WhiteRa in a lot of trouble. And meanwhile, we have a Nidus Worm going off down here at the natural. I think if, maybe if TLO just brute forced his way through the front, that wouldn't have worked. But he is going to be doing a lot of damage to that natural. There's an Immortal coming out, but this looks like it's walled off, so the Immortal won't be able to do a thing. This front looks like it is getting demolished. This natural is going down. He's got cannons, but you know what? This Hydras found the sweet spot. And another worm is going off. Where is that? Over here, and getting another one. TLO is just building worms everywhere, trying to be everywhere at once, but this one will most likely go down. We do have that one Nexus that has been taken out. Few Hydras here taking out this one gateway. The worms have been demolished. And TLO has a path of retreat, but he's just bringing in more and more units. There are no sentries, so force fields are out of the question. TLO, he's at 0-0, while WhiteRa is at 1-1. Keep in mind, WhiteRa may be at 2-2, but the Forges did go down. Actually, this Forge, it was researching. Maybe that was researching +1 armor. I know this one had +2 attack and went down in the middle of that. And now WhiteRa looks like he is going to clean up, but TLO a little bit ahead in supply, 118 to 93. The Immortal did come out, and he does get stuck. So WhiteRa is going to build a Warp Prism to help that little Immortal out, and he won't be too bummed about having a Warp Prism because WhiteRa just absolutely loves Warp Prism play. Stalkers coming in, going to be picking off some of these Overlords. TLO, though, he's at 182 max supply from 124, so he can build plenty of units before he needs Overlords. They aren't that crucial. This one Overseer does come in the back, sees all the probes, and man, those look juicy. How many probes did he kill? 16 probes killed in that battle. We do have +2 attack started yet again. WhiteRa does have this Warp Prism out. He can pick up that Immortal if he chooses to do so. Keep in mind that Blink is done. And you can blink from this area to this or this to back. So WhiteRa could be putting on some blink pressure. This one drone is going to come, get taken out. And now that one roach gets picked off for free. TLO is building a hatch up in the top left of his base. And now WhiteRa looks like he is just going to be pulling back home. And now the Immortal's like, you trapped me for the last time, Pylon. I'm going to kill you. And notice how the Immortal chooses not to attack the Pylon until he's far away, because he does not want to fire phase disruptors in his face, just in case it bounces off the Pylon and comes back at him. His hood and shields, he doesn't care if he has them or not. He's just scared of attacking that Pylon in melee range. Of course, that is just a joke. We do have High Templars out with Storm just about done. Puts them up in that Warp Prism, which allows them to be anywhere on the field. I can't tell you how many times I've had High Templars, and they're kind of stuck behind my units and can't do too much. And his Storm will be very good against Lings and Hydras. Roaches, not so much, but it's still good against Roaches. Don't get me wrong. Another Immortal is coming out because, well, let's see, what does he know? He doesn't have too much of an information. We do have the Worm just finishing here, and it looks like we have a Doom Drop coming in from TLO. Gonna be attacking this one natural, and then may put units through this Nidus Worm. There goes a bunch of Lings. Try to do a run by, but he's a little bit too quick. But the drop is gonna be doing damage. As those cannons do go down, now Stalker's gonna be falling as well. Storm does go off on those roaches. Look at the damage done. But you gotta keep in mind, TLO is also over here at 3 places at once. And how many workers has he killed? 26 already. Keep in mind, he killed like 13 the last engagement. So this time, he's killed a lot more workers. It doesn't look like he wins the game right here. But you know what? He's done a lot of damage. Been, I wouldn't say cost efficient. Go ahead and look at this. Maybe he has. It's been pretty much an even trade-off. And he has put his opponent kind of in, well, not the Stone Age, because 60 probes to 77 drones. WhiteRa is macroing like a boss. We have more Hydras coming out to defend this Nidus Swarm, but it goes down thanks to those Zealots in the one Pylon to whoop everything in. And now Overlord's going down. Stalkers do blink. It looks like his base has been saved. The Nexus this time did not go out. And now another Overlord going to be going down. 104 supply to 145. Hydra's getting dropped from that Overlord and do get back out. Worker kills 43. And that does allow TLO to take his other base. So he is up to 5 bases against WhiteRa's 3 bases. And as long as he keeps that base advantage, I don't see how WhiteRa could really beat him. But if he just keeps putting on this cutesy aggression, thinking he's dealt a good blow to WhiteRa's economy and saying, if I just trade units with you, well, I'll come out ahead eventually because I just baller econ, which you do not. But WhiteRa, only about 21 workers behind, which isn't that much considering he has lost 43. During this loss tab, it is still, WhiteRa is starting to be a little bit more cost effective. The upgrades 2-2, TLO is at 1-1. He has got Infestors out, which means he can get Hive Tech, which he already is doing. We also have Neuroparasite and another Evo Chamber, plus 2 missiles on the way. And looks like WhiteRa wants to take his 4th base, but we have a Ling drop coming in, but the cannons and Stalkers defend that, so the Overlords do back off. We still have 3 Hydras back here that could do damage if they want to. Stargate on the way for WhiteRa, and looks like he is moving kind of out with a lot of his units. He has, I guess, a scary. I mean, TLO at 83, WhiteRa at 64 supply. He's got these 4 High Templars, 4 Storms, and feedbacks. And looks like we have a few Roaches coming in from TLO. What I would love to see is Infestors drop and Fungal Growthing middle lines. That would just further his econ lead. Or maybe even Baneling Bombs, which you don't see that often, but they are so highly effective, especially at like 20 minutes in the game when your opponent's looking everywhere. He just takes this one base, and this is kind of spreading him out thin, especially when TLO has been kind of everywhere on the map. He has just put a base so far away. You can see a drop coming, but it does fail as WhiteRa does get back in time to defend that. And we have a bunch of Roaches coming into the middle of the map. Another Overlord with a bunch of Lings. Will that find this one base? He knows the Pylon is there, of course, that he may have thought that was against the Nidus network, or Nidus Worm, I should say. And the Overlord is coming. It looks like he does know about it. He is going to be dropping those Lings, but the Stalkers already get back there in time. The one Overlord that had the 3 Hydras looks like it just got taken care of. And now this is what TLO can't do. His drop play now is failing. He lost those 3 Hydras. He lost a bunch of Roaches here. He just lost 8 Lings. I know that doesn't sound like much, but going to this loss tab, you can see it was like a 700 mineral difference. Now it's about a 2100 mineral difference. So WhiteRa being very cost effective. We have an Ultraless Cavern on the way for TLO. And Ultras may be okay. I mean, there's a lot of Immortals and Archons, which Ultras just don't do that well against. But he doesn't have his greatest fire out just yet, so he needs to get Ultras to some tier 3 unit, as Roaches and Hydras just won't cut it at this point in the game when there's Archons and Templars out. There's so much AoE. Roaches and Hydras just cannot cut it. Overseer coming out just to check for other bases. WhiteRa is getting a mothership, and he has Archons to get that toilet up. And TLO has no idea about that fleet beacon. However, the toilet won't be as strong. It will still be strong, don't get me wrong. But he's not getting Broodlords, and that's what makes the toilet so strong. I'm missing a little drop right here. 8-lings do come. Looks like they want to try to take out this pylon, but they don't. But as I was saying, the Broodlords, oh, he may get a Templar. That will be big if he gets it, but the War Prism comes in, picks it up. Very nicely done by WhiteRa, saving every last unit. But again, the Broodlords stack because they're air units. The Archons go underneath them, and they do massive damage. Archons with these ground units, well, the Archons kind of get in the middle of them, and you don't have that much stacking going on. So, toileting still okay, not that good against ground units. Against Broodlords, it's amazing. Storms going off, and all these units have to go back. There's no creep, so these Hydras move very slow. This Infestor did not have enough to fungal growth, and it looks like TLO is forced to engage right here. It's looking very bad for him in this one engagement, but TLO still building units in the back, has 5 Corruptors out with 36 Lings. But keep in mind, there's a 3, 1, 2 Archons, and of course all the High Templars for those Storms, those Lings. Not the answer to this. But he is getting Broodlords, and maybe Broodlords are the answer. It all depends if he can keep the distance from the Archons and fungal growth, the Stalkers. WhiteRa doesn't really have any anti-air. He does have this mothership out and does show it to TLO. This has to be the slowest Overlord Wrangler I have ever seen. And WhiteRa looking like he wants to put on pressure. He is only at 160 supply. Maybe he's just trying to get in the middle of the map, get some form of map control, and just macro up to 200 supply. Or he knows with all these Archons and a mothership, his army is just scary. And he can say, okay, if you attack me, I'm going to put a lot of pressure on you. These Lings look like they will be caught out of position. The Archons come and immediately take out a lot of them. Stalkers do blink. Those Lings are forced to retreat. Will TLO be going for a counter-attack? He has quite a few Broodlords, and looks like more Archons are going to be joining this one battle force. And a Baneling Bomb does go down, but only 49 Wookiees killed. I think it was around 43 the last time, so not that much. It looks like WhiteRa wants to engage. He's going in the middle of the map now, and where is that mothership? Is it just staying back so he can, No, it looks like it may be staying back so he can recall it, or now it may be joining the army. We do have a bunch of Banelings moving here with a Nidus Worm, and cannons going up on this high ground. It looks like if WhiteRa pulls back, he may get hit by all these Banelings, which wouldn't be that big of a deal unless he does burr them at the top of the ramp. He just did a Nidus, so maybe he's hoping WhiteRa knows about that Nidus or has an idea, so he puts all the Lings here, gonna burr them in case WhiteRa tries to go in. The mothership, though, does go out of position. There's a bunch of Corruptors here, and they will be able to take out this one mothership. The Infestors don't even waste a new Parasite on it. Mothership does Vortex that, and these Banelings are within range of that cannon, so WhiteRa does not fall for that trick. The mothership, though, does go down for free. Keep in mind that Vortex was just for Corruptors, so a lot more will be coming off. The Stalkers do get underneath these Broodlords. Broodlords taking some damage. Big fungal growth going off, but there's Archons just walking on up. There are High Templars coming in from this one Warp Prism. The Warp Prism does go down when it was full of High Templars. These Broodlords, though, don't look like they are enough. There's a lot of Archons now underneath them, along with these Stalkers. It looks like WhiteRa may be taking this game. And oh man, what a good game. And WhiteRa now just going to be cleaning it up. Now marching his way in. And there's going to be what TLO's only 2 mining bases. He has played bloody brilliant in this early game, but I think TLO kind of fell off the mid-game by not expanding everywhere. GG. But yes, as I was saying, he kind of got on these 5 bases really fast. And then kind of stopped. and he didn't really build macro hatches, but he did a very good job at staying low on minerals. But I think like there was this base he could have taken easily. He had this one base up here. There's no reason why he couldn't take those bases. And let's see, did he have idle drones? There's a lot of drones right now on this main base. Oh, excuse me. This main base. Considering there's not many crystals left, only 6, and those will be depleted very soon. This one base, let's see, 3. He's only got them there. Which base is really oversaturated? Where are all his drones at? He's got 75, which maybe it's ideal for 3 bases. I don't know. This base looks like it's a little oversaturated. Coming out of that just a little bit, so maybe the more bases wouldn't have helped him tremendously, but I think it definitely would have been a good idea to get more bases up. Just saying, hey, if these bases go down, I have other bases you have to take out before I get starved to death. So I hope you enjoyed the game. Don't forget to subscribe, and again, if you're sick of WhiteRa and TLO, let me know, and I'll find other people to cast. But again, these two play so many games, upload all the replays. I always have people tell me which are the good games, and I hope you enjoy the good games, and take care, guys. I will see you next time. I guess it's a word. Peace out.